Today's sponsor is Advancement Courses. Stay tuned at the end of the show for a special coupon for 20% off any of their grad level professional development courses. 5 ways to level up and have a remarkable summer.
The 10-Minute Teacher Podcast with Vicki Davis. Every weekday, you'll learn powerful, practical ways to be a more remarkable teacher today.
Hello, remarkable educators. Is it really the end of another season? We just finished season 3, but we've also just finished another school year here in the Northern Hemisphere. And I just can't believe how fast that time goes. So today, as I finish up this season, I would like to share with you 5 things to do this summer to help you be on your way up when fall comes around. Now, there's so many different ways you can spend your summer. And if you're not intentional about it, summer will just be gone in a flash, just like everything else. So first of all, I think one of the most important things that we can do is to rest up. Did you know that lack of sleep can reduce your pain tolerance and cause us to perceive events as more stressful than we would otherwise? Now, there are not a lot of studies on how often teachers sleep because I've looked, but a 2008 Ball State University study found that 43% of teachers said they slept an average of 6 hours or less per night. And about a fourth said their teaching skills were significantly diminished due to lack of sleep. Now, you may not know this, but scientists say sleep deprivation will kill you faster than food deprivation. And if we sleep badly, we often crave a high carbohydrate diet, which can make us overweight. So most of us teachers start the summer with what researchers call a sleep debt. Now, a sleep debt is the difference between the amount of sleep you should be getting and the amount you actually get. Generally, experts recommend 8 hours of sleep per night, but you can't just have a marathon and sleep for 3 or 4 straight days, although that does sound nice. It's just not possible for most of us. So if you're chronically sleep deprived, what experts say is that you just need an extra hour or 2 a night. Now, I want to quote from Scientific American from their article that says, "Can you catch up on lost sleep?" And they say, go to bed when you're tired and allow your body to wake you up in the morning. No alarm clock allowed. You may find yourself catatonic in the beginning of the recovery cycle. Expect to bank upward of 10 hours of shut-eye per night. As the days pass, however, the amount of time sleeping will gradually decrease. Now, I know some of you will want to stay up late, but listen to your body clock and determine your individual sleeping pattern. For example, every morning at 5:30, I am going to be awake. There's just nothing I can do about it. But I have found that I can catch a quick nap sometimes at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I try to do that as much as possible and not have guilt, even though that's very hard for a farmer's daughter like me who really had the importance of work ethic stressed. This is your only time, teachers, to get caught up, and you really need to do that so that you'll feel less stress in the fall. Secondly, we need to disconnect and hang it up. You know, a Louisiana second grader's homework recently went viral, and the girl said, "I don't like the phone because my parents are on the phone every day. I hate my mom's phone and wish she never had one." You know, social media addiction can also be associated with anxiety, depression, loneliness, and ADHD. Now, our summertime is an excellent time to break that social media addiction if you think you might have one. And honestly, I think all of us can do with a digital detox for a week or 2. Now, I know that sounds like a long time to be off Facebook, but you can start in small ways. First of all, refuse to let phones sit down with you at the table. Enjoy your food in the company of the people there. Now, when my pastor goes on vacation, he has a smartphone basket. And when everybody enters the door to go on vacation, they put their phones into the basket. And then when they leave from vacation, they pick them up. And I think that is a fantastic way to do it. But I also want to introduce you to a fancy, awesome feature of your smartphone. Yes, you have an off button. Take that button, push it, turn it off, and leave it off for a period of time. Honestly, that peace of mind that you get from a period of time of disconnection is awesome. Truthfully, when we go on vacation and I totally go offline, it takes me 2 or 3 days to stop wondering what's happening on Facebook, stop what's happening on Twitter, and truthfully, just focus on the people right in front of me. But I feel so good and recentered and remembering what is important when I have that digital detox or just go off the grid and get offline. And I think all of us really, really need to do it. Even when we're just at home, take the phone away from yourself. And sometimes if I can't trust myself to take the phone away from myself, I will get my husband, Kip, to take the phone away from me. And I'll say, here, Kip, take it. Don't give it back to me for a period of time. Now, the next thing, number 3, is to laugh it up. Laughter decreases stress hormones, increases oxygen in your blood, strengthens your immune system, releases endorphins, and so much more. Now, how can we laugh more? Well, first of all, make a decision that you are going to spend more time laughing. Now, one way is to have crazy friends who make you laugh. Now, I love awesome people who make me laugh. You know, when I go to a conference, I like to hang with people like Jerry Blumengarten. I mean, the guy wears a cape. One summer, I went with my son and husband, and then Kevin Honeycutt and Angela Myers, two of the funniest people I know, to the Blue Man Group concert in Orlando. And it was just something we planned and said, hey, you know what? We're all going to be in the same place at the same time. Let's do it. And I still laugh thinking about that night. Now, if you don't have a funny friend, we all have funny little friends. We have children, we have dogs, we have pets. Honestly, I love my cats, but my cats are not funny unless they're a kitten, and then they're just kind of annoying. So dogs are funny. There's just so many things that are funny. So do find funny beings to hang out with, I guess. But honestly, decide to be the kind of person who sees things as funny and laughs at yourself. I think that's the easiest way to laugh more. And if I'm really looking for a laugh, I'll just look up old Tim Conway shticks on YouTube. And I am going to laugh hilariously. Especially there is one where he is on a budget airline and it cracks me up and I can't stop laughing. So I love seeing that one, or when Tim Conway numbs his leg at the dentist. So those are 2 instant laughs, or, you know, just Young Frankenstein or something like that. Although honestly, I find more fun in laughing at people that I know than I do people on TV shows. So number 4 is not so much fun as the last one. It is having a check-up. Now, those of us who've been putting off our eye exams or all that preventative health care, now is the time to do it. Now, I have read that only half of checkups have preventative health care, and that if you just get a regular old checkup, it doesn't really do much good. It's when you do the preventative health care that it really makes a difference. So do go ahead, and if you're behind on that, get that off your mind, because here's the thing that happens. If we're overdue for our checkup, we will remind ourselves 1,000 times during the next school year, and every time we do, we feel guilty and it's a downer. Don't do that. Go ahead and get the checkup and be done with it. And then schedule a reward for yourself afterwards, like a night at the movies, or do something with a friend. Now, the 5th one is after you've rested up, after you've laughed it up and checked it up and had your, and you've hung it up and had your digital detox, do take a little time to level it up. Now, I choose to stay out of the drama. There was a drama dust up recently on Twitter where people were talking about, you know, what's a good teacher, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, I've got enough drama in my real life than to worry about drama in online life. I mean, be kind, be respectful. I think teachers are just tired, and some are just fussy, and they choose to fuss about things that are truly not that important and really lower the nobility of our profession. So I just prefer to try to level up and say, okay, how can I improve my thinking? Now, I always keep something I call the big 3. What are the 3 things that I want to improve next? Now, performance art and room design, these are 2 big things I'm looking at. So right now, I've tweeted it out. I've asked on Facebook, and I'll be asking in my newsletter. If you have an awesome computer lab you'd like to show off, would you please email me a picture at Vicky@coolcatteacher.com, especially if you have a Mac lab or if you have digital film like with a chroma key. I'm trying to decide, you know, should I have a chroma key curtain? Should I have a chroma key stand? What should I, ask for as we plan the next several years in the new computer lab where I'm going to be working at my new school? I also am fascinated by some of the ideas that we've had this year. The episodes with Wade and Hope King about their performance art, that really intrigued me. And I'm really going to try to push myself to do some dressing up. I don't know how or why. And it does embarrass me because other teachers kind of look at me strange. But hey, I'm going to be at a new school, and I think they're going to love my weirdness like I am, hopefully. But anyway, I probably shouldn't have said that, but maybe I'll edit it out. Anyway, so that's one thing I'm looking at. But remember this. Innovate like a turtle. You want to have slow, steady progress forward. I still got to do work on 3D printing. Honestly, I struggle with my 3D printer, although it's awesome. I've got to study up on that some to level up again in my digital filmmaking, in particular, how I teach 3-point lighting. I want to improve that, and how I teach the capture of sound. That's another thing that I need to improve and level up on this summer. So what are your big 3? List those and kind of take some time to investigate create and do that. I also want to learn more about how to help others improve and use technology in their own classroom, especially really, really busy, stressed out teachers, because I think that's pretty much all of us. So I've given you 5 ways to take yourself up so that you'll be up when you start school in the fall. Remember, this time will just zip by if you're not intentional. Think about what you want to do. Do read some of those books you love. Do get some of those things done. Do get that closet cleaned out and some of those things that you want to do. But remember, you've got to be a human being sometimes and not just a human doing. And we teachers, we work so hard. It's so easy to just be human doings and not human beings. So I hope you have some time this summer, remarkable educators, to be a human being. And so you can be a more remarkable you this fall. You are awesome. Thank you so much for listening. And I appreciate all of you remarkable educators out there who give me lots of encouragement when I wonder, what on earth am I doing teaching all day and going home and recording a podcast at night? Thanks for your encouragement. Get out there and be remarkable. And will you have a remarkable summer? I hope you do. Need some great professional development? Today's sponsor, Advancement Courses, has more than 200 graduate-level online professional development courses for K-12 teachers. You can take these courses for continuing education, salary advancement, or recertification. And these courses have us teachers developing tangible resources to use in our classrooms immediately. Go now to advancementcourses.com/coolcat and use the code COOL20 at checkout to get 20% off any course. With this coupon, a 3 grad credit course is only $359. So go to advancementcourses.com/coolcat to learn more and use the coupon code COOL20. Never stop learning.
Thank you for listening to the 10-Minute Teacher Podcast. You can download the show notes and see the archive at coolcatteacher.com/podcast. Never stop learning.